Hello and welcome to another episode in this video series where we're checking out submissions to the Dungeoncrawler Game Jam of 2025. And this time we will have a look into Echoes of Magnus by Darksome Games. But before we dive into the description and then into the game, let me remind you of the playlist, which you will find linked down in the video description, and which contains not just all the videos I've done so far covering all the games I played so far, but also a pilot episode, and that pilot episode explains what a dungeon crawler is, what a game jam is, and the specific rules of this game jam. For example, that there needs to be a chicken in the game, and also the 4 themes. And as you can see, that this game, for example, picked the themes genre fusion and treasure hunting. So make sure to check out the pilot episode before you continue to watch this video. So let's have a look into the description here. Hello, I am Sihan or Shihan, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that, Demir. I created this game solo for Dungeoncrawler's Game Jam 2025, and it's my very first game jam experience. I hope you enjoy playing it. Many thanks to the Dungeon Crawlers team and everyone who made this opportunity possible. This game jam entry is based on the themes of genre fusion and treasure hunting. So let's see what different genres are fused here. The prophecy was shattered. In Awaken the Echoes, dive into the depths of a forgotten dungeon where ancient powers lie dormant. Scattered across the forsaken halls are the 4 torn pieces of the broken prophecy, lost whispers that hold the key to unlocking the mythical tome, Arcanum Magnus. As a wielder of elemental arcana, traverse through cursed corridors, outwit deadly traps, and confront creatures twisted by time and magic. Only when the fragments are united upon the altar will the echoes of Magnus return and the final gate will be opened. Face an epic boss battle guarding the ultimate secret. Can you awaken the sealed wisdom and become the bearer of Arcanum Magnus? Atmospheric pixel art, puzzle and exploration driven dungeon design, 4 elemental powers to master, and a hauntingly orchestrated soundtrack, which by the way you can already hear in the background. Your journey begins. Awaken the Echoes. Echoes of Magnus Gameplay Guide. A first-person RPG dungeon crawler where you explore, fight, and survive. Character controls, arrow keys, forward, backward, right, left. A, turn the character to the left. D, turn the character to the... So am I supposed to play with arrow keys and A and D? So strafing is arrow left and right? Well, we will see. Spells and items. Throughout the dungeon, you can collect spells, potions, and chickens. Chickens. They are the chickens. Use the number keys at the top of your keyboard to activate them. Earth Ball deals 10 damage, uses 10 mana. Water Ball, 20 damage, 20 mana. Air Ball, okay, so everything, it's linear, right? So it's always 1 damage per mana. Note, you must find these spells within the dungeon before you can use them. Chicken Mode. 5. Chicken Mode. Toggles chicken mode on or off. By collecting roaming chickens, you can temporarily transform into a chicken. In this mode, you can pass through wall grates. Reach keys that open locked doors. Chicken Mode lasts for 10 seconds, after which you return to your normal form. Tip, if a chicken is wandering in a room, there might be a hidden chamber nearby. Potions. Health Potion restores health. Mana Potion restores mana. I hope that you will be able to see the keys in the game somewhere. Okay. You can find these potions throughout the dungeon or obtain them by defeating enemies. You might even get one from a chicken, who knows? Objective, the Broken Prophecy. In some rooms, locked doors guard fragments of the Broken Prophecy. To retrieve them, defeat the enemy guarding the room. The door will unlock automatically once the enemy is defeated. Okay, you can check how many scroll fragments you've collected by pressing P on your keyboard. Okay, we'll try that. After gathering all fragments, head to Magnus' altar and use the scroll to awaken the sealed wisdom. What happens next? That's a surprise for you to discover. Hope you enjoy your adventure. Have fun. This game was made using Godot 4.4 assets. Chicken, dungeon, necromancer assets, sound FX. Oh, okay. So sound effects are by from open source, basically. The music is by Suno AI, and I think the graphics is also AI. At least it looks AI, but we will see. Like, it always has this tint, the AI graphics, and it looks on the first look like pixel art, but it's not, because the pixels have different sizes and stuff. You can see that here in the background already. Anyways, let's have a look into Echoes of Magnus by Darksome Games. And here we are in the game. Let's start. The prophecy lay in the ruins, shattered words carried by the wind, drifted across the four realms. Only when all fragments are made whole shall the echoes of Magnus stir once more, and the sealed wisdom of the Arcanum Magnus shall awaken from its slumber. Awaken the echoes. Alright. Chicken picked up. Okay, we have a description here of the different options. The turning is very slow. And yes, it is, as I feared, very weird. So you need to use the arrow keys to move, and in addition you need to use A and D to turn around. There's also no queuing up or anything like that, so you can do a continuous forward movement, and you can also hold and then turn, so that's not too bad. Yeah, and the turn, well, because the turn is so slow, you also don't risk that you do an accidental double turn. But of course it's super odd to have the number keys for movement and then in addition have A and D for turning. Let's see if the numpad works. No, it does not. Okay. So you need to have both hands on keyboard, because otherwise you can't move and turn. Okay, yeah, that is a super odd decision. And we got another chicken. Need the key of a thorn key. Yeah. Okay, so this was just the first spell I got there. So where do I get this key then? Or was there... No, there's nothing more. Ah, yeah, I remember. We can use the chicken to... No, it's not working. Maybe... Ah, yeah, that's... With the movement, it's really... yeah, this is something you can walk through. Because then you need to think again. Oh no, yeah, I know I need to use the arrow key again to move forward, while I'm automatically pressing the W key. Oh! So it's also real time. That makes it kinda worse. That's kind of like unfortunate, because it's such an easy thing not to do. Okay. lots of hit points. Okay. There we also get the second spell right away. And we have automatic mana regeneration. Mm-hmm. And there's another secret thingy. Of course, you might then also get stuck by using all the chickens when you still need them. Ah. Maybe we should pick up the chicken first before we... Oh! Interesting. Apparently we can also... shoot against the other attack. There's another chicken thing. Lots of keys here. Also not sure what happens if the chicken spell runs out while being in that grate. Of course, the combat isn't super involving. Okay, chicken time. Yeah, very simplistic. And this is a broken prophecy piece too. All right. Okay, let's briefly talk about the perspective. You cannot see anything from the tile you're standing on, but I don't think that's really necessary in this instance. However, it would be easy to do that because the field of view is a bit too... no, actually it's the opposite. So the camera would need to be maybe a bit further back, because you can see that the tile in front of us feels longer than it is wide. So that means that usually it means that the field of view is too high, meaning that everything gets squished together in front of us so that more can fit on the screen. But that also then pushes the camera a bit backward, so to say. So decreasing the field of view would make it feel less deep, like the tile would not be as deep, but then you could see even less. Well, you already see nothing, but it would feel like you would go forward, basically. You see the walls left and right, so, I mean, it is fine, but I think it would be better if the field of view was slightly reduced and the camera was a bit pulled back, maybe. Yeah, but the field of view, the perspective is really not an issue here. The movement is the bigger problem. And mostly by choice, I have to say, right? Because there's no reason to do that, like having... Yeah, that's the next spell. Yeah, having A and D to turn and using left arrow, right arrow to move just makes no sense. Stoneheart key picked up. And there is the next one. But there was also still something left in the beginning, so... Yeah, maybe we should move back first. So, besides of that, the interface looks great, the graphics look nice and very consistent. I mean, there are some things like, when you look at that, this one has bigger pixels, this one has smaller pixels. This one, these three, they are washed out, same as the keys. So that's something which could still be improved, but it's not too bad. The Broken Prophecy. Do we have any grades here? No, we don't. Okay, let's move back then. Yeah, we have already been in the other grade thing. And I think this one was the dead end, right? Just making sure now. I think I got one of the... With the music, there is... I mean, this is not really important for a jam, but... with the music, there is a clear cut between the loops. So, I would say in a commercial game, you would try to avoid that. Of course, that's a seamless repetition. So you can see that there's a slide. Now and then you can see like a line in the tiles, but yeah, of course it's not a big issue. Nice that the torches are a bit 3D-ish by just also having like half a sprite sticking out. Or half the size, a sprite with half the size of the torch sticking out. What? And piece 3 picked up. And chicken mode. I don't want to kill the chicken.
Not yet.
What? Not enough mana? Okay. And another key. The gameplay loop, if you want to call it that, is a bit very trivial, right? I mean, it's always going into a room, killing one guy, then transforming into a chicken, getting the key and opening the door. Very straightforward. I mean, for a jam game it works, but no, we haven't been here yet. That's the last one.
Not yet.
Not
Not
yet.
yet.
Yeah, that doesn't really fit well.
Not yet.
I think it's time to use a mana potion. Bloop. And there is the 4th piece. Yeah, and now let's try and kill the chicken. Doesn't look like we can kill the chicken. Okay. And there's another great thing. We have quite a lot of keys. health potion. Okay. Ah yeah, and I need to check out the P option here. There is our full, what was it called? The Magnus something. Okay. E to activate spell. Let's do that. Nice. Okay. Oh, cinematic off? What? Huh. Not sure what that meant. Is that the boss battle then? We don't have anything flying on the first tile, it seems, but navigating here will be problematic. So I might just use the potions all the time or something. Does it shoot? Ah yeah, it does shoot. Oh! And apparently... we might just want to walk through and...
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, let's use... no, that was wrong. This and... What? I don't want... I'm pressing 7. Ah, mana potion used. A bit... I think that's more efficient. Yeah. Okay. And... Boom! Victory! 26 minutes. Alright. And we have 9 kills, I guess. Alright, yeah, that was... I mean, it was a nice jam entry for, like, the first... Oh, it closed the game when I'm... 1 second. Then let me quickly restart that. So, yeah, I mean, for a jam entry, that was a nice... nice little game with... As I mentioned, the controls, I think that is an unnecessary handicap. I don't see any reason why this is how it is. And I wanted to test something. Like, what happens? Maybe the wall is automatically like... Yeah, it's open from the side, so you can't get stuck. Okay. Well, it's nice that the No! It just doesn't have a texture from the other side. So you can get stuck in theory. So if I use that again and then the timer is up, then I cannot get out anymore. That's by the way also a nice effect with the wobbling stuff here. Yeah, so now I'm stuck. Game over. Alright. Anyways, so as I mentioned with the perspective, I think that can be improved by a bit. With the controls, yes, should be just WASD or alternatively numpad, or using the arrow keys with left and right for turning, and then like delete and page down for strafing, something like that, but this combination makes just no sense. Queuing up commands would be nice, but the way it is, it's also it's not too bad. The turning could be faster, and I would also recommend to disable the that it can, if it's faster, then you might accidentally turn twice. So that needs to be seen. So usually it's not necessary to have a continuous turn. It's nice that you can have a continuous walk here. As I mentioned with the design of the level, it's a bit very simplistic. Could have maybe a bit more different stuff in there. Not in terms of additional enemies or so. I mean, that would have been nice as well, but just different arrangements or something. So it's not just room, kill someone, go to chicken mode, get the item, open, get the key, open the door, get and either get the parchment or continue to the next room. So a bit more, differences here and there would have been nice. But overall, nice entry. Echoes of Magnus by Darksome Games, and let me check the name again. Sihan or Chihan Demir. Sorry for butchering the name. And if you want to check out the game yourself, you can do so. You will find a link down in the video description to the itch.io page, and there you will also find, so in the description, you will also find the link to the playlist I mentioned in the beginning with all the other games I've covered so far. And with that, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.